Hello, everybody. Satnam. My name is Jordan, and I am from A State of Health, the Holistic Wellness Center and Yoga Studio in Kingsville. And I'm also the creator of Evolving Song Holistic Wellness, which is a lovely source for all herbal goodies from teas and tinctures to smudge sticks and beautiful breast balms. And today I'm delighted to be with you to practice yoga and specifically to focus in on the sixth chakra, which is sometimes known as the third eye. In Sanskrit, the word for this chakra is Ajna, the Ajna Chakra, which can be translated as to perceive as well as to command. And I like this translation of this chakra because it really hones in on the action associated with this chakra, which is to command the mental focus into the here and now so that we can expand our perception. So the color associated with this chakra is indigo, and the element associated with it is light, which is a beautiful and very important focus for this chakra. Not only do we require light to perceive through the sense of vision, but when we open the third eye, we are expanding the perception to include divine light, something much more, much greater than the earthly light that we think of in your everyday regular sense. So the concept here is um, coming out of the darkness and into the light, which is the meaning of the mantra guru. Gu and ru is it's leading us, or one who leads us out of darkness and into light. You can also think of this as your inner teacher, your inner source of wisdom, which sheds or lifts the veil of illusion, leading us back to our truest nature, which is pure consciousness, which is that spirit substance. It's that divine light. Just take a moment, let that sink in. So our focus with this chakra, key words that come to mind are concentration, imagination, visioning, dreaming, anything that connects our intellect and intuition, that brings the two together in a harmonious balance. So oftentimes when we see an imbalance with this chakra, um, it demonstrates or it expresses itself as a real over focus on intellectual things, intellectual pursuits, or intellectualizing everything. On the other side of that, we have those who are highly intuitive without learning how to discern or hone that sense. So these people are maybe very dreamy, very lost in fantasy often. We can also think of an imbalance with this chakra looking as overthinking things, or depression often can be related with a deficiency of energy in the sixth chakra. We also have fear of moving forward or fear of connecting to something higher, which can look like a rejection of spirituality. Um, and this can be a really difficult thing for people to overcome. So this is one of the reasons why using our yoga can really help us to develop the third eye. Oftentimes in the West, we focus our yoga in the physical exercises, the asanas, the postures and movements, which is obviously a very important part of the practice. However, the true essence of yoga goes beyond this physical aspect of our practice, and it can really be cultivated through meditation. Meditation is probably the best way for us to activate the third chakra, or sorry, the third eye chakra, and to bring balance to this area, to invigorate it with energy. Now, speaking in energetic terms, the third eye is a very important point in the meridians, because the three central channels, the Ida, the Pingala, and the Shushumna, are these channels of energy. The Ida and the Pingala sort of float, spiraling up through the center of our being, and they represent the masculine and the feminine properties of our beings. They're sort of these two polarities of our perception and of many different attributes in our lives. And the Shushmuna, or Shushmuna, I've heard it pronounced both ways, is that central channel of energy. Well, at the third eye point, all three channels merge. And this is another way that this chakra, or this energy center, relates to the element of light. When all of our streams of energy are converging onto one point, the result is expansion of perception and the awareness of divine light. Another moment, let's just take a breath and let that sink in. This is a pretty big one because we're moving away from the realm of the physical body, the emotions, and we're getting more or closer to that spiritual aspect of our practice, where we are embracing the union, that connection to divinity, and anchoring it into our being in the present moment. And this is why meditation is really the best way for us to work with the Ajna Chakra. Another way that we can start to really hone into our intuition and work with this chakra for the purpose of learning and expanding self-awareness and opening up our mind beyond our normal frame or worldview. We can do this through dreaming, through paying attention to our dreams, through shamanic journeying as well. This is a really nice practice that helps us to tap into that energy center and explore all of the beauty that lies therein. Other ways that you can hone this sense of intuition is through free movement. You might like to dance or use yoga, use your yoga practice, all of these postures that are in your awareness. Use your intuition to take them, to move you through one to the next, or just freely moving as your body needs it. Another way you can do this is through other art forms like visual art or auditory art, like singing. And even if there aren't words associated with your singing, giving energy or giving motivation through the voice or through your arms to create something. This can help us to tap into our intuition and get familiar with that feeling of being in the place of, that beautiful harmony or balance between the self, which is my body, my mind, my heart, my emotions, my perception of who I am, and the capital S self, which is the divine, the sacred, that holy light, however you like to think about that supreme principle. So when we're in an intuitive state, we are able to sort of funnel the energy of both of these into one being, and that produces some really amazing results. So today, our focus in our yoga practice will simply to be preparing the body for meditation. And we'll be using the Kundalini meditation, which is called a deep meditation into thoughtlessness. So it is not always our goal in meditation to become thoughtless. I think for me, and maybe for some of you, the goal of meditation is to enter a deep state of self-awareness where the thoughts may come in, but we don't attach ourselves to them, we don't identify with them, we observe them and we let them go, continuing to come back to that space between the thoughts, which is allowing ourselves to simply be. When we can expand those moments of being, that's where we find our bliss. That's where we find our true nature. So I'll leave you with that. You can contemplate that. And the mantra that we are using in our meditation is Wahe Guru. And we are going to actually be breaking up the mantra, the words. It's 2 words, Wahe and Guru. But we're breaking it up into 4 segments. Wahe Guru. And we're using a visualization technique to help us really focus or narrow the focus and concentration at the third eye point. So I'll lead you through it, but this is a really nice mantra to use. And this mantra is almost like saying, wow, how amazing it is when I leave darkness and enter light. Or what undescribable wisdom there is to be found in the light. So, let us begin by finding a nice, comfortable seat. So I prefer easy pose with legs crossed, and you're welcome to sit in this way if that's comfortable for you. You're also welcome to find a chair or to sit up on a cushion. And if you need to let your legs go long, or if you prefer to sit on your heels, these are all beautiful options for you. However you can sit that encourages and allows a nice lengthened spine, this is what we're really seeking for our meditative seat. So we'll begin by closing your eyes. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the earth. Just elevate the heart slightly and tuck the chin down so that the back of the neck is nice and long. And our shoulders are relaxed down and away from our ears. Soften your jaw, your eyes, your eyebrows, and your ears. Relax the soft palate. And if you can imagine a little muscular hammock holding up the base of your brain, right in the middle of your head, see if you can just encourage relaxation there. Just a softening in the middle of the head. Beginning to watch the breath here. Observe the belly expanding in all directions as the breath draws in through the nostrils. And observe the belly drawing in towards the spine as you exhale completely. Just watch your breath. And if your mind is particularly busy or active today, you can mentally chant a mantra. If you like, you can just say the words inhale, exhale, or you can chant the mantra Sat, Nam, or if you like, you can start playing with today's mantra Wahe Guru. Let's bring the palms of the hands together and we'll start to rub them. Press the palms into one another and touch the thumbs to the sternum or to the heart center. We'll take a deep breath in here and out. Preparing to open with the Adi mantra Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo, which we'll chant 3 times together. Inhaling deeply and exhaling. Close the eyes, look up at your third eye point, and inhale to chant. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Suspend your breath and let's engage Mahabandha. All 3 locks. Draw up on the pelvic floor. Pull the belly up and in. Tuck the chin. Lengthen the back of the neck. Gaze upwards. Smile. We shift our energy up. Welcoming it into our Ajna Chakra, our third eye. And exhale. Just relax the body. We'll lower the hands down and grab a hold of our knees. We'll start with our Sufi grind, which is a beautiful rotation in the spine. As we inhale, let's reach over to the side and start rolling the rib cage forward and around. And as we exhale, we round the spine and pull the belly in, continuing to rotate all the way around. So it's this nice circular motion, being really gentle, not pulling or forcing ourselves into any direction. Simply exploring how the spine feels, moving forward and around, backwards and around the other side. Inhaling forward, lifting the heart. Exhaling backwards, tucking the tailbone, drawing the belly in. This very gentle, subtle motion is helping to warm up the muscles of the back, the obliques, the side abdominals, the center abdominals. It even helps us to open up the shoulders and the heart, the chest, the rib cage. All of these physical effects enable a larger lung capacity. Allows us to draw more breath in and have a little bit more control on the exhales. And this is a lovely way that our physical asana, our physical practice, is influencing our pranayama or enabling our pranayama, our breath control. So I'd like you to really focus in on the breath. Watch how the breath moves in the body. Watch how you can draw in a little bit more air on every inhale, and you can slow down those exhales. On an even more subtle plane of perception, we can observe the energy moving in the body. This Sufi grind, this asana practice, enables the energy to awaken. That Kundalini concept of energy coiled up at the base of the spine is encouraged to release and flow upwards. And this upwards rising motion of energy feeds the chakras. So each of the chakras that we've talked about in previous 6 weeks or 5 weeks before this one. And it also allows that energy to rise all the way up to this third eye point. Activating the Ajna Chakra is a huge focus in most of our yoga practices because it elevates us, it opens our mind, it expands our perception, allowing us to remember who we truly are, which is so much greater than the physical body and the mental aspects of our being. We are light, we are pure cosmic beings. All of that universal cosmic property, all of that divine stuff is right here inside of us as we are a part of it, and it is a part of us. The next time that your heart finds the center, turn the direction in the opposite way. Keep the breath technique the same. Inhaling as the heart rolls forward and around, and exhaling as we tuck the tailbone around the back. Again, our goal is to be really gentle with the body here, allowing it to gradually open up. So we don't pull on the knees, we don't add any strain at all, just a gentle rotation. Now the next time that your heart rolls forward and center, just gently inhale back through our neutral spine, lifting up through the crown of the head. Hold the breath. And exhale, relax the body. We'll scoot the hands down and center, grabbing a hold of our shins or our ankles. And we'll begin our spinal flex. As we inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. Draw the spine forward. Exhale, round your back, pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under. Inhaling, open the front body. Exhaling, round the back. Keep the neck relatively straight throughout this spinal flex. We want to protect our cervical vertebrae, not to overextend at all. Working with the breath as we move. Throughout this practice, you're welcome to keep your eyes closed and turn your gaze upward or within, looking towards that third eye point. And this visual focus or this optical focus as you're moving the eyes in this direction will help to stimulate energy flow in this area. One more forward, one more backward, and we'll inhale to our neutral spine. Exhale, relax. Let's inhale, pull the arms out to the sides, stretch through the fingers, rise them all the way up. The palms can come to touch just briefly. As we exhale, press the right hand away and lower it down to the mat, reaching over towards the right side. Just lengthening the side body. Inhaling, both arms come back through center. And as we exhale, the left arm presses away and lowers to the mat as we lengthen over towards the left side. Inhaling, always come back through your center, touching the hands briefly before exhaling and leaning to the other side. So we want to keep our hips grounded and anchored to the floor. We don't really care about having a super deep bend. We care more about creating length in the side body. So from the shoulder through the rib cage, the side abdominals, all the way down into that hip, just creating a nice long line. Let's do one more on both sides. And we'll inhale, lengthening up through our center. Stretch those fingers up. Hold the breath in. Engage root lock, pulling up on the pelvic floor. Draw the belly up and in. Tuck the chin. As we exhale, spread the hands apart and let the arms float down through space until they settle back on the ground. Now from here, let's bring the hands back up, grabbing a hold of our shoulders, and we'll keep our upper arms, the triceps and biceps, parallel to the earth. So we're grabbing a hold of the shoulders with the fingers in the front and the thumbs in the back. And as we inhale, we'll twist towards the left side. Very gentle, natural movement, not pushing or pulling. Exhaling, we'll twist all the way to the right. So this is back and forth motion with the breath, inhaling left, exhaling right. You can start out slow and smooth. And as you find a little bit more mobility, your range of motion increases, you can speed up the movement a little bit if you like. Continue to support your movement with breath. Do your best to keep the elbows up, the shoulders relaxed down and back. And we'll inhale, come back through the center. Lift those elbows all the way up as if they were going to come to touch. Hold the breath. Again, engage root lock, Uddiyana lock, and neck lock. All three locks pulling up on the pelvic floor, the abdomen, the neck is tight. And exhale, relax the arms down, release your locks. We'll walk the hands forward, coming onto hands and knees. Placing the wrists below the shoulders, the knees below the hips. And we'll move with our breath in cat and cow here. So as we inhale, we'll lift the hips up, drop the belly down, pull the heart forward, and lift the chin just slightly, being careful not to overextend in the neck again. And as we exhale, tuck that tailbone under, round your back, drop your chin to your chest. Inhaling, open the front body, lifting hips and head. Exhaling, round the back, pressing away from the earth. Move with your own breath. And as we inhale again, we'll find our neutral spine. From here, walk the hands forward and lengthen the legs until you can land on the belly. We'll place the elbows right underneath the shoulders. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Gently apply a bit of tension around the knees, lifting the kneecaps away from the ground. Think about dropping that tailbone towards the feet. So we have a nice lengthening motion in the lower back. Pull the heart forward just slightly, drawing the shoulders back and down away from the neck. We'll keep the head parallel with the earth. And if you are not pregnant or menstruating, we'll try some breath of fire here, letting the belly bounce with each exhale, really emphasizing the exhale and allowing a passive inhale to follow. As we begin. Gaze up to the third eye, keep breathing. And inhale. Suspend your breath. Once more, engage root lock, pulling up on the pelvic floor. And exhale. Drop the chin to the chest. Start to pull the hands underneath the shoulders. Bend the knees, lift the hips. Press the hips back to the heels. And you can either have a wide-legged position or bring the knees together as we lower down into child's pose here. So we would like the forehead to rest on the floor. And if it doesn't find the floor, you can stack one palm on top of the other or stack one fist on top of the other. And alternatively, grab a block, a cushion, or a stack of books so you can rest the forehead on the ground. Breathe deeply into the back body and watch as you breathe in, the rib cage expanding, the shoulder blades splaying apart, the whole back expanding. As you exhale, you soften forward and down. On your next inhale, lift the face away from the ground. Start to walk the hands in towards the body and lift yourself back up. We'll find our easy pose as we prepare for meditation. So we'll be here for 11 minutes. It's an 11-minute meditation. So if you need to provide a little bit more cushion underneath your tush, go ahead and grab a cushion now. Otherwise, you're welcome to sit in a chair. And if sitting with your legs crossed for 11 minutes is not possible, then you can lengthen the legs in front of you. So we'll come to rest the left hand on top of the right hand, and we'll bring the thumb tips to touch like this. And you can relax the hands down into the lap. Throughout this meditation, our eyes will be closed, but our focus of these eyes will be on the third eye point. So we'll be gazing upwards. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are using the mantra Wahe Guru. Wahe Guru. Wow, what undescribable wisdom there is to be found when we leave the darkness and enter the light. Or simply coming into light is bliss. So we'll be chanting this mantra just mentally, just vibrating the words in our mind. And we'll be visualizing these words as well. So visualizing Wa, W-A, He, H-E, Gu, G-U, Ru, R-U. Okay, so just imagine as if you had, a television screen or a movie screen on your forehead. Your eyes are looking at the forehead, and as you chant mentally these sounds, you see the words. And this will really help us to hone in our focus, to sharpen the mind's eye or the third eye. So I'll begin chanting this mantra for us, just so that we can get a sense of rhythm. And then I will become silent, and I encourage you to continue the sounds, the vibrations of the mantra for the remaining few minutes. I'm just going to set up my timer here, so allow yourselves to get into that comfortable position, and we'll begin. Wa, He, Gu, Ru. Wa, He, Gu, Ru. Perhaps inhaling with Wa, He, Gu, Ru, and exhaling to Wa, He, Gu, Ru. Keep the breath steady, keep the mantra steady. Wa, He, Gu, Ru. 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 And continue. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips, soften your face. Whenever the mind wanders, come back to the mantra. Continue trying to visualize the words. We're exercising our imagination. We're exercising the Ajna Chakra, our third eye, visioning to manifest, leaving darkness and entering to light, finding divine wisdom, finding our bliss. Wa, He, Gu, Ru. Wa, He, Gu, Ru. Allow yourself to sink into the ease of the meditation, relaxing into your inner nature, relaxing your body, finding the sweetness, the sukha in your meditation. Breathing in, Wa, He, Gu, Ru. Breathing out, Wa, He, Gu, Ru. 2 minutes left. Continue to repeat the mantra. Keep your mind steady. Relax the body. Please deeply inhale. Suspend your breath in. One more time, we'll engage all three locks. Mula Bandh, our root lock, pulling up on the pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandh, drawing the navel up and in. Jalandhara Bandh, tucking the chin, lengthening the neck. Gaze up, smile, feeling light. And exhale, relax. We'll make fists with the hands, extend the fingers and bring them back into fists a couple of times. Start shaking out your hands, let the hands shake all the way up and shake them all the way down. 2 more times, up and down. Last time, shaking them all the way up and let them go back down. Nice. Now you can lengthen the legs if they've been an easy pose. You can bounce the knees a little bit, windshield wiper the legs, side to side, just letting them loosen up in the hips. Now this wonderful meditation, the deep meditation into thoughtlessness, is a Kundalini Kriya that you can extend to 22 minutes. So what I would recommend, if you really enjoyed this Kriya and you want to cultivate an expansion and healing and wellness in the Ajna Chakra, you might spend the next few days using this meditation for the duration of 11 minutes. And when you feel ready, you can extend it to 22. If you have any questions about it or comments about it, you're welcome to leave your comments and questions underneath this post, either through Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. And I would be happy and delighted to get back to you on that. So now you're welcome to lie down and enjoy some Shavasana, beautiful yogic rest where we maintain a gentle awareness and just watch the whole body relax into the earth. And when you are finished your Shavasana, for whatever length you'd like to enjoy it for, I welcome you to come back to a seated posture and close your practice as we always do in Kundalini Yoga, bringing the hands into prayer pose at the heart center and chanting the mantra Sat Nam. Sat Nam meaning truth is my identity. I will close this practice with you, but enjoy Shavasana for as long as you'd like. From my heart to yours, Namaste, Satnam. If you like this yoga practice and you enjoy my classes, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Evolving Song Holistic Wellness, and throw a like on the video. Share it if you like. One of the joys for me is being able to share the gift of yoga. So thank you so much for being on the other end to receive.